Somebody tell you you're more than 1/4
Preparing yourself to take the amateur radio code test? Let's quickly review those letters that you should know absolutely perfectly. Here we go. E, T, period, M, A, N, E, S, O, I, R, U, and the procedural sign SK, which means end of work. Well, not really. This is just the beginning. Not so much work, actually a lot of fun in learning a new language. Let's try a new letter, the letter D. The letter D. Looks like a D, doesn't it?
I don't think so either. Okay, let's try some random with the letter D. Here we go. We won't start out with D. That's way too easy. Now write this down. Write this down. I mean, you can't copy this all in your head. Well, maybe some of you. But go ahead and write this down. We'll go for about 2 minutes. We'll start at 5, and I'll take it up to maybe 8 or 10, or maybe I'll even take it up to 12 words a minute, then slow it back down to 5. Here we go.
And there was our signal to come back and see what we have. You should have copied TRDAUREDNNEIUSID RUDUTMOAMRDSO and finally R and the procedural end of work. All right, how'd you do on the letter D? Let's try the letter D in some words. Now, come on, don't stop writing. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, now let's check your work. And I know the kids have come up there and they're sitting down and they're copying better than you are, and the wife has come up and the husband's copying better than you are. I know the pressure. But anyway, let's check our work and see how you did. Root, diet, Dan, dot, duo, dinner, dirt, does, dimes, rude, radio, random, and finally rain. All right, let's now learn the next letter. Now, this letter is a great letter because it has a nice swing to it. The letter C. The letter C. Doesn't that sound nice? The letter C. You should be writing this down. Come on now, be a sport, write it down. The letter C. Da-da-da-dit. The letter C. C. Okay, random with the letter C found in it. Here we go, random code with an accent on the C. Okay, let's see what you copied. Oh, not bad at all. Your handwriting's a little strange, but not bad. CN period ITUSE period CRMDUS DDOUA period RCRCUC, and the procedural signal, meaning end of works, K. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I know you want numbers. Okay, we'll give you 2 numbers before we go on to the next lesson. The first number will be the number 5, and guess how many dits stand for 5? That's right, 5 dits. The number 5. And now the number 0. 5 long sounds. 0. And put a line through that 0. I would hate to think it's an O. All right, try this number. 505. 505. And this one? That's right, 5,000. And I know you want to try some sentences now that you're really getting some of these letters and numbers and periods and punctuation marks down. Okay, here are some sentences. Try not to read what you're writing down. You might even run it all together and then go back and correct your work. You'll have a moment after we get through sending these sentences to write down and correct those letters that you may have missed. Get ready. Here are some sentences. Okay, let's check our work. You should have copied cats are nice, period. Radio is a course, period. Men tend to eat more, period. Stand at a summit, period. An antenna is a must, period, and the procedural end of work, SK. Now let's try it at about 7 words a minute. Try and write these down as fast as you can. Now write them down. Don't say them out loud. Write them down. Here we go. And now we'll take it back to 5 words a minute. Okay, you should have copied 50, that is 50 meters, period. A radio station, period. 5 men ran under a tree, period. Success is a standard, period. And then the procedural end of work, SK. Now there's another procedural that's important to know, and that is the AR, which is end of message. Did-ah, did-ah, did. AR. AR. The letters AR run together, meaning end of message. And another good one to know is the question mark. Question mark. Okay, you have now successfully made it through your second lesson, so stand up, take a bow, compliment all the relatives at home and all the kids for putting up with you, pet the dogs and the cats on the head and tell them thank you for listening to all these dits and dahs, and now take a break, and then I want you to come on back and we'll begin with lesson number 3. This is it. You made it all the way to lesson number 3, and we're going to first start out with the letter K. Did you realize you are more than halfway there in preparing for your novice voice class license? That's right, you're going to make it. And I hope you're reading the theory book that comes along with this course. And you should be writing down these letters, the letter K. All right, let's try a random made up with the letter K found in it. Here we go. Now, did you hear that dramatic pause in the middle of all my sending? Even I can get sometimes confused as to where I am and what I'm doing here. Sometimes you're in the mood to copy and send, and sometimes something distracts you. Don't worry about it. That's natural. Okay, here's what you should have copied. Kuakracmeutkdks, period. TMKO5. That's what that was. RCN, that's where I spaced out there for a second, KD, and a question mark, IK0EKREU, and the procedural sign AR. Okay, here we go with some words beginning with or containing the letter K. Okay, let's take a look at your work. Kite, take, knack, K-N-A-C-K, cat, K-A-T, whoa, carrot, C-A-R-R-O-T, there's not a K in there, nick, tank, mark, rack, and finally sack. All right, you demand another letter? Well, wait a minute, just before we go to another letter, let's try a speed run. We'll start at 5 words a minute, go to 7, take it to 10. For you really brave souls, we'll push it to 13, which is general class code speed, and then bring it way back down to 5. Hang in there. Simply put a little dash when we go too fast for each letter you miss. I bet you can go a lot faster than 5. We'll sure find out. Here we go. Okay, I bet you did better than you thought you would. U-E-R-K-O-K-I question mark, that's what that was, D-K-N-C-R-5-O-K-M-T, and a period. And the last K-M-T and a period were at about 13 words a minute. Then I slowed down to S, K, D, K, T, U, D, K, M, C, A, R, K, A, U, and then finally K. You see how these speed runs make the 5 words per minute sound slow? Okay, let's learn a new letter, the letter P. The letter P. P. The letter P. You should be writing this down. The letter P. P. And yes, we will have a random run for you. Here we go. Okay, let's double check your work. If you didn't do real well, play this particular random run over again, and then double check your progress. You should have copied R, P, M, C, P, A, period, S, P, E, 5, K, P, question mark, P, I, P, O, N, 0. Look for a line through the 0. P, T, D, U, P, and the procedural signs AR and SK. Okay, let's try our first word with the letter P, and I'll give you a little hint as we are sending the word. Ready? Your first word. Here we go. I knew you'd get it. I knew you would figure that one out. That's right, the word purr. And now, without any more catastrophic interruptions, the next words. All right, let's take a look and see what you copied. Not bad. Interesting handwriting. Pat, putter, poem, possum, and putt with a period. All right, I know you were just getting started, but it's good to take a break and practice the code no more than about 20 minutes. And take a break. We'll see you in about 2 hours from now, okay? Take a break. All right, welcome back from your break. Let's go ahead and review all of those letters that we've learned so far. Get ready. Try writing these down. Here we go. Okay, let's check our work. You should have copied ERNPIO period T0SADMU5K and the ARSK. Now you're probably saying to yourself, this is getting tough. I think I'm going to bail out. Don't you dare. In fact, let me show you how well you are doing. You see, the English language is made up of not all of those hard letters. And Samuel Morse gave the most common letters of the English language the shortest sounds. For instance, the letter E is used most often in English, so it has a single dit. All right, let's try this message, and you'll see how well you're doing. Get ready. Here we go with a short sentence. Okay, play this over and over again until you have the message. And I think you'll agree with me, it wasn't that hard to copy it, was it? So don't get discouraged. If you get discouraged, just put the tape cassette down, come back about 2 hours later, and then you'll be back on course. Okay, let's learn a new letter, and this letter is going to be the letter B. Da-did-it-it, the letter B. Write these down. Come on now, write them down. It's okay to listen, but writing is always much better. The letter B. All right, let's try some words beginning with the letter B. And that's the end of work. Procedural sign. You should have barn, bark, band, baton, and banner. Now let's try this random run. Play the random run over several times until you have it down fairly well before you move on to the next section. Here we go, a random run made up of the letter B in many areas. Here we go. And the AR back to you, and SK, end of work. Here's what you should have copied. M period B E5 UKB DO question mark S period BSN BCAB KUD 0 BR TP BKB, and then the procedural sign-off signals. Now let's try for the last part of this tape cassette another random run made up of all of the letters and numbers and punctuation.
However, we're going to weight it as it is in normally plain language. So you'll find a lot more of the easier letters. Ready? Give it a try. Get your pens out, and then we'll take a break after the end of this cassette. Here we go.
Okay, let's check our work. EA0 period SICTN5 TUAD OMNREAB PEMNO question mark SITKMSTOEIM, and the two procedural signs. Now, I want you to play these practice exercises over and over again until you have at least 75% perfect copy. It's okay to miss a few letters. That's no big deal. On your novice exam, you will not be graded
Perfect copy. You can miss many letters and still be able to pass that novice level voice class entry level examination. When you feel that you have this tape just about perfectly down pat, then let's go ahead and go on to your second tape cassette, which gives you practice on the first side with more new letters and numbers and a couple more punctuation marks. And then on the back side, it gives you some sample examinations almost identical to what you're going to find on your upcoming novice examination. You should also be practicing the theory book that's part of this course, so don't forget, read over the book as well. We'll see you on the next tape cassette.